Pauper Commander. The rules in Pauper Commander are the same as normal Commander rules, with the exception that all cards in players' decks must be of common rarity, hence the name Pauper. Players select any uncommon creature as his or her commander, which need not be legendary. Variants like this are great because they are exceedingly inexpensive. You can buy many Pauper Commander decks for the cost of a regular Commander deck, and players with larger collections tend to have hundreds of commons just laying around not doing much else anyway. Here are some Pauper Commander games you can watch that we played.
Archenemy is another variant typically associated with Commander. Like Vanguard, it also features its own cards, designed exclusively for it. Also, if you see this symbol, these are cards from the Archenemy deck boxes. Magic lesson for the day. Archenemy is a 4-player game in which 3 players team up to defeat the 4th player. In order to even the playing field, the 4th player, dubbed the Archenemy, starts with 80 life to the other player's normal amount of 40 life each. Also, the Archenemy is aided by Archenemy schemes, which the Archenemy plays every turn. The schemes feature some effect that is intended to benefit the Archenemy. Some can help more than others. The scheme decks are customizable, allowing players to use more powerful schemes or more evenly powered schemes depending on the power level of your playgroup. The good thing about Archenemy is that you only need one deck of schemes, so each player does not need to buy his or her own for your playgroup to play Archenemy. Here are some games of Archenemy we played for your viewing pleasure.
Greetings, cardboard architects. Matt here from Duel Commander. Do you know how to play Magic?
Duh!
You know those battlefield-wide effects like Heartbeat of Spring and Howling Mine?
Yeah!
Then you pretty much already know how to play Planechase. For Planechase, you need 2 or more friends and a 60-card deck, or my personal recommendation, a saucy 100-card commander deck. Let's talk about the planes. In Planechase, you get to trounce around on the legendary realms of existence that have been central to Magic since its inception. You'll start out the game on a plane like this one, and planeswalk to the others one by one as the game goes on. Planes have universal effects like this that impact all players. Some have effects that trigger when you planeswalk to or from them. Now, the planar die. You can roll this puppy anytime you could cast a sorcery. Your first roll of the turn is free, then you can roll again for 1 mana, a third time for 2 mana, and so on. Roll a blank, nothing happens. Roll this Chaos side, and the Chaos ability of the plane you're inhabiting happens. Roll the Planeswalk side, and put the current plane card on the bottom of the Planechase deck, and Planeswalk to the next plane. Get it? Got it? Good! That's all there is to it. Now go gather your buds around the kitchen table, slap down some of these fat Planechase cards, and let sweet, sweet memories be made.
Vanguard is another way of playing any already existing Magic format. I recommend Big Deck or Commander, but it can really be anything. The only difference is that each player starts the game using 1 Vanguard card each, which sort of acts like a Planeswalker emblem. The card has game conditions on it, as well as an ability in the middle of the card that only affects you, and is designed to aid you during the game. The Vanguard card Miri turns each of your lands into pseudo City Brasses for the entire game. Players also have an adjusted life total, as well as an adjusted starting and maximum hand size. These cards are revealed at the start of the game and stay face up for the duration. It's probably best to assign Vanguard cards randomly at the start of the game, that way players can't tune their decks to a specific Vanguard, which might make them too powerful. Also, some Vanguard abilities simply don't help you at all, depending on your deck. In which case, my playgroup allows 1 free swap if they hate the first Vanguard card they receive. Here are some Vanguard games to check out.
One of the rarest and least played games is Emperor. Emperor is a 6-player team game similar to but players take their turns individually and have separate life totals. Emperor is played with 2 players designated as Emperors, sitting in the middle of the table who command their generals who sit to the left and right of the Emperor. Players in Emperor have play ranges, meaning their creatures, spells, and even static effects only interact with players in that player's play range. Generals have a play range of 1, and Emperors have a play range of 2. The Emperors cannot interact with each other until one, doesn't matter which one, of the generals is dead. The game is over when one Emperor is dead. Emperor can be a lot of fun, though it can quickly become not fun, especially if the Emperor is playing something overpowered or comboing or going infinite. If you are considering playing Emperor in your own playgroup, try to put the more evenly powered decks as Emperors. You'll be glad you did. Some Emperor games can be found at these links.
Horde Magic is a variant we recently started playing. It is another Commander variant, but it's the only one I can think of where everyone is on the same team. It requires a Horde deck with 100 cards, about 60 of which should be tokens. That's right, actual paper Magic tokens. The rest of the deck are cards that are specific to whichever tribal horde you have chosen. I recommend something like zombies or goblins just because that's what I think when I think of hordes of things that would be scary if they attacked. When I first heard what Horde Magic was, all I could think of was that video game. You know, that first-person shooter where you were fighting off a never-ending army of zombie Nazis? Zombies are scary enough on their own, but zombie Nazis? Come on. Anyway, because of this, try to add cards that severely stack the deck in the favor of the Horde. You have a team of people. Between all of you working together, hopefully you'll be able to stop it, or at least survive a few turns. The players take their turns together, which tends to speed up the game. The Horde plays itself by revealing cards off the top of its library until a non-token card is revealed. All tokens revealed are put onto the battlefield and the non-token spell is cast. The Horde's creatures have haste and attack each turn. The Horde has no life, but if you deal damage to it, it mills a card for each point of damage instead. The Horde is dead when it has no cards left in its library, in hand or on the battlefield. Check out these Horde Magic games we played.
Hey, what's up, Planeswalkers? This is Neil from Karn Kid MTG, and today I'm going to be talking about the Magic the Gathering format called a Peasant Cube. So the idea behind a cube is you've gathered 180 or 360 cards. With a group of 4 to 8 friends, you make piles of 15 cards and draft them as if they were packs in a traditional booster draft. What's fun about a Peasant Cube is that it's only commons and uncommons. Now, unlike the Pauper Cube, which only has commons, this format has a decent amount of powerful cards from throughout Magic's history. And unlike a traditional cube, the first version of your Peasant Cube can be made in a few hours by simply going through your common and uncommon cards. Be sure to check out my channel, Karn Kid MTG, for lots more awesome videos. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you next time.
Another virtually unknown variant is Star Magic. Like Usurper, it pits exactly 5 players against each other. But Star Magic should almost exclusively be played via Commander. Star Magic is probably even harder to get a game going than Usurper, just because it is so specific. Not only must there be 5 players, but each player needs to have a deck that is exclusively one of each of the 5 colors of Magic. This is where the format draws its name. Not a lot of playgroups can pull this off, but if you can, it's worth the time. In Star Magic, each color is trying to kill its enemy colors. The red mage is trying to kill the white and blue mages. The white mage is trying to kill the black and red mages, and so forth. Once your enemy colors are dead, you win the game, which is where the true politicking and shenanigans of Star Magic come into play. Since each player loses when someone else wins, it is in each player's best interest to not let their ally colors die, while still trying to kill your enemy colors. No other way of playing Magic is quite like this, and it truly represents the essence of Magic in a way that no other play style does. Highly recommend Star Magic if you have the friends and the decks to pull it off. Oh, and try to build decks that are representative of your colors. Watch these games of Star Magic here.
That's it for now. We're doing our best to raise awareness for some of the lesser known ways of playing Magic. It's the GBC way. Try the ones that look interesting to you in your playgroups and let us know how they go. Did we miss any formats you play? Let us know in the comments below which ones are your favorites. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and of course, thanks for watching.